Peace, 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 peace. This is Chocolate AMUN-RA in the morning message. Uh, doing, not doing, but dealing with time consuming, and because it's raining outside, so I got many different places where I take pictures. You know what I mean? Do videos. It doesn't have a problem with me, but I like to get the morning message out. The morning message today, everybody, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, brothers and sisters, is based on interracial. And I know y'all probably saying, well, didn't you did interracial already? And I also did a 6-part series on interracial. But when I was doing the interracial series, I was just giving you formats and I was jumping around all over the place. I did that on purpose. To tell you the truth, I did that on purpose. It was not to confuse you in any kind of way, but just to let you know here in ancient times, black and white people, since we in modern times like to use the color code text, black and white. So forgive me for saying that, because that's what people say. Here in America, people outside America will call you Americans, but we don't want to get out of character on that one. But when I'm talking about interracial couples, am I an interracial couple? Am I in one? Okay, let's put it this way. I'm from the Virgin Islands, St. Croix. My wife's from Dominican Republic / Puerto Rican. Now, we both was born here in America. 1 + 1 is 2. So, because our ethnic backgrounds are totally different, right? It's totally different. Our culture is different because the foods we eat, we wind up combining together. I think I showed y'all on Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving, how the way y'all celebrate it, but not the way I celebrate. I have to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? So I would have never celebrated on that day, but my goddess wanted to do it. Sometimes you got to ease yourself out of the way the system of things is. Because if you're not used to doing that, you can, you don't want to mess a person's spirit up, because they've been following a certain tradition for a while. So you gotta just, slowly work yourself out. Some people are hardcore; they drop it like it's hot. I'm hardcore. I could drop it like it's hot, so it doesn't bother me none. But interracial couples, if y'all think the interracial couples is on a low, nah. I gotta keep it honest with you. Once again, I'm still studying. I don't know what it is, or maybe I'm trying to understand why is so many brothers, young brothers especially, that's on a rise, that really want to be with these white females. Now, I'm not knocking you, because there's nothing even worse or nothing critical when you want a relationship with one of your own melanin people and they don't want to acknowledge you or, considered you to be a good partner. And you might have all the qualities that the individual needs. So it's more complicated of an issue than we really put our hands on, because I'm gonna tell you something. We all human beings. We are human beings, number one. All these other obstacles and all these brackets that we put ourselves into is in all these names that been used over the centuries is to put fear in you. Fear in how you should look at another individual. Literally look at another individual. And if you got these conceptions of what you think this person's supposed to be, their behavior, and so on and so forth, well, guess what? You're not going to want to adventure towards them, if you will. So, I say this to say that, you know, a lot of people in their culture, sometimes they don't feel comfortable in their culture. So what do we say about that? And then you see these interracial couples, and I told y'all before in my last post and post from previous dates that I was studying couples that was 50 years, 40 years. And let me tell you something, you can't stop people when they want to be with each other, yo. We can sit here and say everything in the book we want. We can sit up here and demolish their whole type of way of living, but you ain't paying their bills. You're not putting food on their back. You ain't taking care of their children. You ain't doing nothing but being an ignorant fool because you don't like what you think it's not supposed to be. And the only reason why most of us human beings who don't want to do, and I disagree, I have to be honest with you, I'm not putting myself in that. And I know some of y'all be, well, your wife she's Spanish, but she really black. Black what? Color Kotex? Because her heritage is not African. I know we all supposed to be the origin of African, but her heritage is not St. Croix from the Virgin Islands, even though her heritage is from the islands from Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic. Let me put it that way. But the heritage is two different styles. I'm using myself for example. So the reason why we got these issues with the pale-skinned Caucasian woman and man is because of the horrifying history. But then that's the case, we might as well don't even start dating the Arabs, because if any one of you brothers and sisters is messing with Arabs, and let me put it out there clearly, a lot of sisters have babies by Arabs. Let's don't get it twisted. The Arabs' history of African people, it's been shut down, but their history is nasty. 600 years of Arabs have Africans as slaves. 600. But nobody wants to talk about that because of their skin color. Because the Arabs open up their stores in our neighborhoods, and what they do. I know because I've went through it and I've seen it. I even talked to them. You know what I'm saying? They don't really respect you to a certain point. They want your money, but they don't really respect you. It depends on who you are. Let me put it that way. Depends on your quality of life and how you live it. If they see you as a gentleman, a scholar, that you go to work and do what you got to do, or you are famous, they'll respect you. But isn't that the way with all people, though? So let's think about this. Interracial couple. Now, I know there's a lot of pro-black people, a lot of pro-black. I'm black and I'm proud. I'm pro-black too, but don't get it twisted. I'm about the spirituality of life. And if you ain't about the spiritual of life, you shut down on a lot of things. First of all, none of you control the life cycle. You are in it. You're participating in the life cycle because you're here. You see? Every white person are they your enemy? Every Chinese person, are your enemy? Because everybody's been influenced in some type of evil construction to say that the black man is the enemy. Do your research. But interracial couples, they love each other. This is what they're going to do. I don't listen here. I don't come from that. We shouldn't really mess with them and so on and so forth because, you know what? You know, y'all keep thinking this is gonna be a black world. It's always a black world. It's not. It's not a black world. It's always a black world. It's more melanin people on the planet. There's more melanated people on the planet. Stop thinking this is a white world. No, it's not. It's more melanated people. Why? Listen here. The power that is be, and people whose influence on evil, content to hurt the black man. Yes, we know that. And the black woman. Yes, they knew. But what you going to do about the black female, not all black females, who can't stand your melanated behind? You got millions just like that. See, this thing is in so many brackets. And when it comes down to it, I'm going to be honest with you. Would I ever mess with a white woman? No. I felt some of y'all vibes. No. If I was single, I would never mess with a white woman. They're not my cup of tea. Don't get me wrong, there's some nice looking white women. I'm not going to sit there and pretend it is not. But they vibes, they frequencies, I'm not feeling that. It's not a bad thing. It's just I'm not feeling a frequency. Okay? And I'm not going to be trying to put myself in a position to prove a point that, oh, I could be with a white woman. That's not going to happen for Denzel. You know, a.k.a. Chocolate AMUN-RA. I'm not going to do that. So for those who keeps like, you into this interracial thing, no. I'm the messenger, and I am bringing the message. So, just to let you know, I'm not going to sit up there and not to be nasty or anything like that. I'm just not going to put myself in that position if I was single. And, you know, my whole, at 50 years old, I'm 50, you know, I'm not going to say I never talked to white women before. When I was younger, I've done it. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I never did it. Okay, I talked to plenty of white women when I was younger. When I was in my late teens and my early 20s, I did that. But I wouldn't want to marry them because the frequency just wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to use the excuse, well, because of my history. Nah, the frequency wasn't there. You listen, you can feel it. You can feel the uncomfortableness from people because it's like a dark, and I'm sorry for y'all, you're not going to like what I'm about to say. It's like a dark white supremacy shadow that was put upon the taboo. The word taboo was used in the wrong content. And they use it like, don't mess with that black man. Don't mess with that white woman. And the rest of the world basically catapult from that. Like Chinese people, are you messing with that black man? Japanese people, are you messing with that black man? Why is everybody saying don't mess with that black man? But let him be rich though. If he rich, well, I think we can accept him. Really? Come on. So, my thing about the interracial couple, the word was used to identify. I'll say it, and I'm going to say it again. The word is used to identify. That's all it is. Whether you want to like it or not. Because if you go back 200-300 years, 400 years, interracial doesn't exist. 200 years gives you what? 1817, right? 1817. So 400 years give you 1617. Come on now. The word ain't interracial. It started around the 1600s anyways. But if you go back in history, it always has been. Cleopatra was messing with Mark Antony and Julius Caesar. Okay? Now, of course, they want to paint it out that she was like light-skinned. No, Cleopatra was darker than me. Mark Antony seen her, he was so me like, this is a magnificent, beautiful woman. But so on and so forth. So we can go throughout the ages and time. You're going to find it. It's people who make things hard. You choose to do so. Live your life. We know the history of the human race, what happened with the white man who was the black man who got caught up in the ice ages. When you dig your history, you got all these levels, you're going to find out that we put a lot of burden on ourselves and we shouldn't even do it. Peace.